I'm delighted to hear that Humza Yousaf's in-laws are for the moment safe. I'm concerned, of course, to hear that his in-laws also, who are involved in medical support and his are doctors, that they report that the medical supplies and hospital support is at its lowest, but that his mother-in-law Elizabeth El Nakla, who says that she was terrified, is at the moment okay. They've been told to leave, but they've nowhere to go. The Rafah border has been bombed, and even if it was open, there's no guarantee of a safe passage traveling between where they live and the Rafah border. The family, that includes a frail 93-year-old woman, have just one day of rations available. Mr. Yousaf says that he's called the Foreign Secretary to urge him to plea for a humanitarian corridor, for a ceasefire. He says too many innocent people have already lost their lives as a consequence of these completely unjustified and illegitimate attacks by Hamas. However, innocent men, women and children cannot and should not pay the price for the actions of a terrorist group. As a close friend and ally of Israel, I therefore ask the UK government to call on the government of Israel to ensure innocent civilians are protected and to put in place an immediate ceasefire to allow the safe passage of civilians through the Rafah border. Moreover, it should open a humanitarian corridor into Gaza to allow supplies, including food, fuel, water, and medical supplies for those civilians who are trapped, helpless, and cannot leave. The Foreign Office has said that they're speaking with Egypt about maintaining the land crossing from Gaza into Egypt. We have to remember Hamas is bringing pain on the Palestinian people on purpose. They murdered many hundreds of Israelis, knowing Israel would be forced to react. Israel, of course, has a right to defend itself with a proportionate response. I think that's important, that the Foreign Office is using the word proportionate, because at the moment it seems out of proportion. But I think this sort of targeted and very precise response by the Foreign Office, by Mr. Yousaf, is significantly more valuable than the sort of vague and over-emotional language of people like Mr. Varoufakis. So although they highlight important issues, I think the moment now is not to be talking about the origins of the problem, but to try and find an immediate solution for the civilian population. I've said in other videos really what I think about the problems with solving this. That this is a problem which has been allowed to get out of hand, and I think Varoufakis is absolutely right that it is a global responsibility, and we need to get together and sort this out as fast as possible. But at the same time, we need to be in no doubt at all that Hamas, the terrorist organization, is responsible for the most appalling atrocity and the most appalling loss of life. But Israel is under observation and must be cautious about a proportional response to what has happened.